Hi everyone. If anyone's joined yet, it doesn't look like. I'll wait a few more minutes for people to get on. It would be great to see everybody on here. Okay, I shall just add comments on the side there. Okay, well, it looks like 2 people have joined. Hi guys. If you're on, do you want to write in the comments so I can see who's on? And oh, hey Nahkila. Hey, how are you? Yeah, so it's just nice to know who I'm chatting with and who's listening, and so everyone can get a feel of what what it's all about. That would be great. Okay, so I'll wait a couple more minutes. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I put some makeup on, so that's all good. Yeah, so yeah, I'll wait so I can explain what we're going to chat about tonight, and so we don't have to keep repeating. And if anyone joins in, then at least they will have a sense of what's going on. Okay. So how is everybody? How's everyone doing on this Friday night? Okay, Nahkila, going to share the video and invite people to join. Okay, super. Thank you, Nahkila. And if anyone else has come on, please put a comment in. Let me know who's here. I'd really like this session to be a bit more interactive with people, so you can really get a feel and ask any questions. And anything you don't really understand or something that you want to find out about, I can help. Yeah, that would be great for you to write in there for me. Okay. So yeah, I'll start explaining. I'll give it a couple of minutes. So I'm Gillian Smith. I work as part of a team with Nahkila of AshworthScott Life, and I'm an energy healer. I work with the shamanic energy medicine, which helps to release any energy that we may have trapped, left imprinted in our energy fields. They call it the luminous energy field, or you could call it an aura energy field. It's everything that surrounds us, every living thing, everything that's on this planet has an energy field. This is what I'm going to talk about. The shamans of Peru, the Americas, call a negative toxic energy, they call that hucha. A lot of us carry that around with us, and it just becomes stagnant and stuck in our fields. Once we do that, we sort of attract that same energy. If you know anyone is on here that has been reliving the same story over and over again, they may have had a trauma in the past, and they find that if it's not been healed energetically, then these kind of traumas or these same kind of stories keep reappearing with them. So that's what it is, by an imprint in our energy field that gets stuck there, and we keep reliving the same crises, the same traumas, the same feelings of this negative energy. So I put on that we're going to discuss as well how we have become so stuck in our mundane lives. We've got blockages all in our energy field, in our chakras. That's what we're going to talk about today. See how we can release these blockages, anything that can help. So that's it. So we've got Chris. And John, hi Johnny and Chrissy. Oh, that's nice to see you on. That's great. So yeah, just keep commenting. The only time I won't be able to answer any questions or say hi is when I'm actually going to be doing the healing session. It's only going to be about 5 minutes long tonight, the healing session itself. So I'll have my eyes closed, and I'll go through it before what we're going to do anyway. It may seem that it's just a repeat of what we do, but every time we do an energy healing session, it's always different. It may look the same, closing eyes, holding space, releasing, but it's always different each time. Okay, so again, our last session, we went over how it is to be an empath, how we feel, what what we can go through as an empath, and how we are very much givers and people that can take all the time. It can leave us drained. So we discussed a bit on that last week, and I know I got some really nice feedback from people and how they struggle to be an empath and just coping in the world, and how sick it is, and how people are draining. Everyone is just really sick at the moment. We're in a crisis, so it's quite hard for especially an empath to constantly feel that drain without protection, without realizing what's going on. So during that session, during the healing session, the energy and spirit of Eagle came in for me, and I asked people what they thought this Eagle energy meant, and what came through for me was that she brought into the healing space like a guidance to help for us to release what we're holding on to and release our traumas of the past, and also to help give clarity for the future. She came in, it's a really powerful energy that we can have, that she provides for us. It's a really, really powerful energy, and it was really great that she came in for it last week. So maybe she might come again this week. If not, we'll see what other energies we've got today. So I wrote a few things down so I remember, because I do forget a lot. So I'm an energy healer. We're doing a mini session again tonight. We're going to be discussing the blockages throughout our bodies, our chakras, our archetypes, our energy fields, and try and work out how we can release those. But also this time around, I'd really like it to be a bit more interactive, for people to come on and chat in the comments column. So if you've got a YouTube account and you've subscribed to the AshworthScott Life Sculpting, you should be able to comment on there, and we can discuss anything that you feel is related to this, or you can resonate with. So yeah, just throw them out there. I'm completely open-minded. I don't mind. So yeah, last week I was sitting there thinking, I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. I had ideas that I wrote down over the past of what I want to discuss, and what I'd like to share with everybody. Nothing was sort of like really popping out at me. I was thinking too much. I was too much in my head, considering I work with energy and spirit and things like that. So I thought, right, let's get out of that space, back into the healing space, the energy space that I'm comfortable with. And straight away, it just came direct from spirit. It came through that how we have lost our dream, how we've become so stuck in our mundane lives, how we have just lost our destiny, basically, that we can't actually see it. It's always there for us. Everything has been provided by the universe. Anything that we can set ourselves to, anything that we can dream about, it's there. Our destiny is right there for us. But unfortunately, we have become so stuck in our traumas, in anything that's happened to us that has affected our energy. We have been stuck, and they have been stuck in our energy fields too. So everything, it's like trying to get out of something, trying to crawl up, and you can't. You're stuck. So we're in this like momentum of not seeing where we can go, because we haven't moved on, we haven't renewed our energy, and we haven't healed. So everything that we would like to do, what we our dreams of being, is just out of reach for us at the minute, because we can't get past our blockages that we've got in our fields. So once we can get rid of those blockages, release the energy, help everything flow, then we can help everything will just fall into place. It just flows. Once there's a blockage, nothing can get past. So once you release that blockage, then you can flow. And with our connection, how we are so connected to one another, Mother Earth, the universe, it just everything falls into place. And it helps us to have more clarity, let go of the fear that keeps us, in control, and then releases the ego from being in control too. And that, we're more connected to our soul. We can feel things. It's a beautiful feeling of just letting go, But unfortunately, on whatever part of the journey that you're on, because we're so stuck in that trauma, we can't quite get to it yet. So this is what I'd like to do tonight, is to help release some of that trauma, so you can feel a bit of release from the blockage. It's not going to completely take away any imprints or any traumas that have been lodged in our energy fields, but it will clear up some of that blockage and help you have a little insight into energy healing and what it can do for you. So listening to spirit and everything that was coming through, it fell into place for me what we're going to discuss and how I'm going to do this energy session. So everything that I've learned, just information kept coming through for me, and it was really great. So if you think, I'm not reading from a script here. This is how it is. It's just what has come to me. I did write some things down so I don't forget. Okay. So again, keep putting the comments on if anything that I've just explained to you has not resonated, or you're not quite understanding. Please let me know and we can discuss it a bit further. So before I go into it, you can book a mini session with myself, which is $20, and you can click on, I tried to put it onto the comments, but it just wouldn't come through. So if you can, you'll find me on the AshworthScott Life Sculpting page, and you can book an appointment there. It's only a mini session. Again, it's a bit more private, a bit more in depth than live on YouTube. So so how is everyone thinking about energy? What is your perception on, how things get stuck, how we're so trapped? What is, like, what do you feel would benefit to help release anything? Because I know from myself, I learned that 90% of our energy is taken up by our stories, by our traumas, by anything that's happened to us. And I remember thinking, I don't want to live like that anymore. That is terrible. Like 90% of our energy gets taken up by our story. And it's not a way to live. It's not a way to really enjoy your life. It's just like a hamster in a wheel, just constantly on the treadmill. It's I was part of that, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's awful. I can't live like that any longer. It was a crisis thrown to me, and it was like, yeah, it's got to change, something's got to give. And that's how I ended up on the route of, I started energy healing quite a while ago, as well as being an empath since I was born, and realizing, that I could pick up on other people's energies and how they were feeling. But unfortunately, not knowing what was happening, it became really scary. So I sort of blocked it out until a crisis, and everything just sort of like came to light, and it was like, yeah, okay, I am not holding on to this anymore. It's not worth it. And I hope this is what people will get out of this tonight too, that holding on to everything that has affected us, affected our energy, we can release it, we can let that go. And hopefully this little insight will help you to do that too. So yeah, so due to the trauma, abuse, anything that has happened to us, it's stopped us living our destiny. It's caused blockages. Our chakras, our archetypes have all become out of balance. Once they become out of balance, we come out of balance. Pachamama, Mother Earth, she becomes out of balance, because we're all so connected. And the only way to get back into balance is clear these blockages. But unfortunately, because some of us can get so wrapped up in our stories that we don't want to let them go. We stay there, and it's hard. It's really, really hard to let go. I completely understand. But until you actually start letting go, then that's when your healing will begin. No one is ever fully healed. Every single one of us is a little bit broken. So it's a time when inside that you're ready to release and let go, and not until then. Everything here can help, that you read about, the memes that you see, or quotes, anything like that, that helps plant a seed. But nothing will move, will start healing until you are fully ready, until you are in that place. So yeah, this will help. But please let me know how you feel, especially after the little energy session that we do, and see if anything gets released. Okay. So during my shamanic energy healing training, there was a lot of insight into how we get stuck in this place of not living our destiny. It was really, really interesting, and realizing that basically we are all the same, no matter where we come from, and anything, we're all the same. All our stories become the same, trapped. So yeah, and what did sort of like resonate with me is one of my mentors said that the death that stalks us is lifelessness. And if you really think about it, if we're not living our destiny, when we're blocked, we can't see our journey ahead of us, then our life is lifeless. We're just on that hamster wheel. Yeah. So does that resonate with anybody? Can you understand that? Is there anything that you're looking to release tonight that we may help with? Yeah, just put it in the comments, and that would be great. So yeah, so we've become so much bogged down in our trauma. Fear, especially fear, seems to be like the base of every story, every trauma, everything that we're dealing with. We become trapped in our limited beliefs. So anything that we're so set on, that it just becomes so limited. We can't seem to open our minds up to anything else that could be happening in the world. So yeah, so as I've said before, we have chakras. Every living thing on this planet has chakras. I think you can see behind me those ones there. So they should be spinning really nicely, clockwise. and sometimes they're full of the hoocha, the toxic energy that the shamans say, and that can be associated with an imprint that's stuck in our energy field too. So what we're going to try and do is release some of that energy, but it's not going to get rid of that imprint. Okay, just want to definitely make sure that this imprint won't be released. So yeah, we're all out of balance, you know, because we're holding on and we can't see past into our future. So during our life, we compromise so much. When we compromise, our soul becomes fragmented. Our true self, the light that's inside us, that feeling of knowing that something is there but not quite sure what it is. Because we're so stuck in this blockage where we are, we're trying constantly to fill this void that we feel, this emptiness, with everything from the outside. So we buy things, we're big consumers, we try and fill everything, fill it up from the outside in. It may last a few minutes, a few hours, and then it's gone, and then we have this emptiness again. This is where addictions come in, whether it be sugar, drugs, shopping, anything, that we try and fill, whether it's going to the hairdressers. I love getting my hair done, but nothing on the outside will help what is going on the inside. We know it's there, but we tend to ignore it too, our intuition. We have become so programmed to not listen to our intuition anymore. It's like an emptiness, it's like a void that's there, and you want to fill it all the time, and it's just not going to happen because we haven't got to that point of being healed. So once we can release this energy, we can start on our healing journey, and it really helps just to make us feel whole again. We've become so fragmented that we don't feel whole, we're missing pieces. So yeah, our healing journey is all about becoming whole again, remembering who we are, our true selves. So, and like I said before, we hold on to our stories, everything that has happened to us in the past that have left imprints in our field. We hold on to them because we've just got no way of getting rid of them energetically. We can discuss it with doctors, which really does help. It helps sort of like the fogginess in your head, but nothing will ever get rid of it energetically unless you do energy healing. The key is that tonight is a great time to be connecting with you, releasing, combined with the full moon energy is powerful. Yeah, that's right. I can't see the full moon tonight. It's very cloudy where I am. It's raining. But yeah, it's the first full moon of 2020, which is great. The Yule moon or the wolf moon. So yeah, it is a great way of releasing anything that no longer serves you, ready to be replaced by your destiny, by anything that you would like to be or being instead of doing. You're going to be a being. Yeah, so going back to our stories, we can't release them unless we do our energy work, we start healing. But once we start releasing them, our path becomes clearer. We are more perceptive to different things. We become more open-minded, more in tune with ourselves, more knowing what our body is needing, what is just everything's just becoming more aligned. And when you get to a point of that, after energy healing sessions, it's when your destiny will come into place. It's what you've had to compromise, what you've had to put up with for so long will no longer matter. It will just be a story. You'll be the storyteller. You're not holding on to them anymore. You'll realize that some of them are lessons, some of them are blessings. you know, it's all about letting go and releasing, and hopefully tonight the full moon will help us do that too. So again, when we hold on to our stories, we hold onto them, and nothing will ever let it go. So our soul will throw us a crisis. We will continue to have these crises until we heal that imprint, remove and release it. So this is to help make us listen. And if we don't listen, then the teacher will keep coming. We will keep having these crises. Like before, when I said about we will find our traumas will keep coming, maybe in a different form, but we'll still have these sort of same stories, these same things happening to us over and over again. So yeah, so if we don't listen, we don't learn, then the teacher will keep coming. And again, one of my mentors, I remember him saying, if we don't change our energy, then we just manage the circumstances. Now, when you manage your circumstances, it stops us from getting to where we should be, getting to our destiny. And that's what I'd like to really get into tonight. So I think we all know about the chakras within our body all line up. The shamans of the Americas as well, they believe that we have archetypal animals who bring forth different energies. These archetypes are serpent, jaguar, hummingbird, and eagle, and they all, like, serpent is in the south, jaguar is in the west, hummingbird is in the north, and eagle is in the east. So with serpent in the south, that is our lower body. And serpent brings us knowledge, sexuality, and healing. Okay. The west is jaguar, which is our mid-level in our body. And jaguar brings on sudden renewal and transformation. Then in the north, which is upper, is hummingbird. Hummingbird brings forth courage to embark on an epic journey. And then at the top is eagle in the east. And eagle brings forth vision, clarity, and foresight. When I was connecting in with spirit, it sort of reminded me about this and let me sort of like have an insight to what to discuss and what to help release tonight. So with serpent and jaguar being in the south, this is all, facts. It is what it is. This is what's happening. And then jaguar helps to release these. We have a bucket full of our emotions, full of our traumas, our crises, and it starts overflowing. Most of the time we just put a band-aid on it. We just manage that circumstance. We don't heal it. So then it keeps coming back. Now, because most of us don't heal this part, we don't release and let go, then we can't get through to hummingbird or eagle, which is all about connection and seeing our destiny, our mythic map, what we are here, what we were here, brought here to do. So that is why we're so out of balance. That is why we can't heal. We can't see past our mundane lives, because we're so stuck in the south and in the west. So trying to get rid of that is going to really help bring forth everything. So is everybody okay with that up to now? Yeah, just please let me know if there's anything else you want to discuss. I will be doing the healing session in a minute, and I'll discuss how we'll go through that. But yeah, so with serpent and jaguar, we're very much stuck there. Our traumas keep coming back. Nothing that we would want to do. That this is why fate comes in, because we can't see our destiny. We end up in the wrong marriage, wrong relationship, wrong career. Fate takes over because we're so stuck in our stories, so stuck in our traumas. So yeah, it's not an easy path, but nothing is ever easy. You know, it's hard to face up to what's been buried for so long. But once you start releasing it, then it's going to be so much easier for you. And once you're on your journey, it will become easier and easier for you to see these traumas, these things that keep coming. And what we talk about is triggers as well. So anything that you find that triggers you is a part of you that's not healed yet. So if you find yourself getting angry, irritated, anything that comes forth to you, then you need to step back and realize, okay, this is a part of me that needs healing too. You need to work on yourself. Okay, so I'm going to start the healing session. I'll discuss it first. So again, like last time, we're going to be silent. I'll be holding sacred space for you. We will invite the energies to help us to release anything. So what you feel you're holding on to, what you feel is stopping you from moving forward. Is there anything that you feel is blocking these energies to come through? Anything that is just bothering you? Anything that's taking up 90% of your energy at this time needs to be released. This will help. Just help unblock it a little bit, but again, it's a work in progress. It does take time. We've had years and years of hoocha, this toxic energy built up in our energy fields, that it's not going to take just one mini session to clear it. It's going to take a while. So yeah, so bring forth something you want to release, this story, anything. Take a few nice cleansing breaths to help calm and relax and just get settled. So lay down, sit back, whatever you want. It is best to close your eyes while we're doing this. And I will say towards the end, start coming round and open your eyes slowly. Just come out of it really, really slowly. Yeah. Does anybody else want to say anything before we go into this? Because I won't be able to see any comments because I'll be closing my eyes too. Yeah, again, this healing session, it may look like it's going to be the same as last time, but it's not. It's no energy. Not one energy session is the same as the other. We're all working on something different. It's what will come forth for you. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is just relax, take a few breaths, release these. Bring forth anything that you're thinking is taking up your energy. These blockages, anything that's stopping your flow, your destiny, anything that you can feel. Release that. And then towards the end, we will bring in the love, the self-worth, everything that we deny ourselves when we're in this perpetual state of trauma, of story. So, yeah, if you'd like to close your eyes and we'll start. Just nice and relaxed. Anything that comes up, just let it go, breathe it out. In a safe, sacred space. Anything you feel, whether you cough, yawn, cry, twitch, anything, it's all a sign of releasing. And just breathe it out. Okay, if we can start to bring in self-love, self-worth, or destiny. Try and bring that in into the energy field, let it flow right through, especially into your heart chakra. And ready, slowly open your eyes. Just take your time, there's no rush, and just feel what does your energy feel like now? What did you experience? Anything? Did you feel anything release? Did anything come up for you? So yeah, it's nice to hear what people have experienced. Again, it's only a very, very short session, but hopefully you'll get something out of it. Chris has said, I didn't want to hear voices with running water. Lisa's got yes, she heard that. Yeah, I didn't hear any voices, but the energy that came through for me was Jaguar, which is great because this is what we're discussing. This is what we're getting into. We're getting into our bucket, our crisis that's overflowing, our leaky bucket, that's releasing all this energy, our waste of time, so Jaguar is there for renewal and transformation. We can't move on unless we renew and we transform. So that was really good that Jaguar came in for us. Nahkila said she feels very calm and relaxed. As release was taking place, I was able to breathe clearer, like with your sinuses clear off. I saw tulips swaying during healing. That's nice. Yeah, that's lovely. That's good. Yeah, I felt like my throat was trying to clear up more than anything. So thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us. Oh no, it's my pleasure. No, thank you for coming on. It's so nice to interact with people and share what we can. Our greatest wound is our disconnection from Source, Spirit, God. The one who's known by 1,000 names, but is the unnameable one. Source, whatever you want to call where our energy source comes from. Because everything is energy. We carry energy. We carry everything. And to release some of that is what I'm here to do. I decided a long time ago that I would like to be a healer and a keeper, but unfortunately, fate got in the way for me at that time. So I went down the path of sort of a healer. I was a registered nurse. You know, so yeah, you could say it's sort of that, but this is my passion. This is how I feel we can really heal, we can really connect. It comes from a place from the heart, so it doesn't come from a book. It comes direct, and it feels fantastic to be able to share this with people, to connect and help people connect with themselves too. So Lisa said I experienced a range of emotions. That's great. You know, as long as you can let them go, if that's what the emotions were about. You know, anything that came up for you that has happened in the past, or something that you've been holding on to, then it's, you know, just you have to let it go. You can't hold on to that energy. It just blocks us. You know, this is what this work is all about, is releasing them blockages, releasing those imprints, so we can heal energetically. If we're stuck in our energy, then we feel everything emotionally, physically, we can't move on. So yeah, so Nahkila says, according to Google, this is what tulips represent. Red tulips are most strongly associated with true love, while purple symbolises royalty. The meaning of yellow tulips has evolved somewhat from once representing hopeless love to now being a common expression for cheerful thoughts and sunshine. Yeah, that's nice. So the cheerful thoughts and sunshine is, you know, you can never really see that when we're stuck in our serpent and jaguar level, when we're stuck in a turmoil, we're stuck in our crisis. We feel, you know, that fate is closing in. You know, it's lifelessness. So yeah, tulips, they're one of my favourite flowers. I do love tulips. Yeah, so Lisa, I don't know if you want to help expand on anything there, if you feel that the emotions that you experienced have been released a little bit for you. You know, sometimes this medicine can bring up things that we have buried so deep that we don't actually remember them. You know, it's just trapped energy-wise, unconsciously. You know, they're there, but we can't really remember them. So if you're finding that anything that comes up for you that's happened a long time ago, you know, energetically, we need to release these, so that we can all be back in balance, we can work properly, we can be connected. I know one of my mentors, he explained that our body is the hardware and our energy field is the software. And we just need to upgrade our software from time to time. You know, it can become stagnant and just doesn't let anything pass. You know, everything gets held on. It's quite mucky and murky. So we upgrade that, then we're able to process things a lot better. We're able to see things as a lesson, you know, rather than experiencing it as a real bad experience, like something that, oh my gosh, why me? You know, why is this happening to me? It's just helping to let go of all this that we hold on to. So yeah, there was a surfacing and release of emotions. Oh, great. Okay. So emotions come to the surface. This is what we want. We want our emotions to come forth, as hard as it is, and as tough as it can be to feel these emotions energetically. It has to be released. We can't keep those there. We will stay sick. We'll stay stagnant. Lisa said she can breathe easier and deeper now. Oh, great. Yeah. You know, it's so lovely to hear that this medicine can help people in this way, and it's just really, really great that we can release this together. You know, it's not a competition. When life isn't a competition, we're not here to see who can you know, be the best healer, be whatever, you know, it's all about releasing, it's all about coming together. We've got Phyllis on, she says, hi there everybody. Hi Phyllis, nice for you to join us. We're sort of wrapping it up and coming to the end now, so if anyone would like to ask any questions, I know Nahkila put in the comments the link for the private mini sessions. The private mini session will last about 20 to 30 minutes. It will be distance, and it won't be one-on-one, face-to-face like on Zoom or FaceTime, whatever kind of device. It will just be, we will arrange a specific time for you to lay down and relax, and I will work in a sacred space again to release any energy, and you can let me know what it is you're wanting to work on. I'll be able to feel that energy releasing too. So yeah, so that will be that mini session. If you would like a full session, you can get me through the AshworthScott Life Sculpting website, which you can get through on here, and then that will go through the different healing sessions that we can do together, and that will be a one-on-one, whether you live by me or you're in another part of the country, will be face-to-face on the computer screen or in my treatment room. So because energy is energy, you know, everything is made up of energy, so it can travel, you know, it's fine. So Phyllis has put hearts and flowers, thank you. So yeah, I hope people got something out of that. If you need any more clarification, just, you know, put more comments. I will get back on and yeah, answer those for you if, you know, if I can. You can find me on Facebook as well, under Sacred Energy Healing on Facebook. You know, so it's, you know, I'm here. This is my passion. This is what I really love to do. So anything I can help with, help to heal, help anyone on their journey. It's what it's all about. Phyllis, oh, you came on late. Oh, that's all right. You could be able to catch the recording. So once we finish up here, you can have a look at the recording and go through it, and it will be the same, because I'll still be holding that sacred space for you to you know, to release anything. She's asking, do I see auras? When I'm working with someone in their energy field, with their aura, yes, I do. But when I'm out and about and I'm sort of like trying to protect myself and not go there, I can feel people's energy fields. I can't physically see them when I'm out and about, but I can feel them. I can feel what their energy is like. I try and not block it off, but I don't absorb that anymore. I've protected myself, and I realise what's happening, and I can keep a distance from that. You know, absorbing other people's energies is something that I did a while ago, and it's quite draining. So yeah, so I don't try and do that anymore. But yeah, I can see the energy fields. I can see what's going on in there, and I can see the release and things like that. Yeah, I can. So, is there any other questions that you feel need clearing up? Okay. So yeah, I hope you know, you've got something like this, and for this you can catch the recording. What I will be doing as well, starting next week, I will be recording some distance Reiki healing, so you can come back onto this onto YouTube. I completely forgot where I was then, and find AshworthScott Life Sculpting, and you will find, you know, when you're doing recordings, once I work out the technology and everything. So So kind of the same for me. I'm kind of new to this. Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter where you are on your journey, but you're feeling, you know, you've probably had this a long, long time, you know, this gift, but it's things are changing, things are shifting, and people are becoming more aware, more awake, and so you're probably seeing and feeling it a lot more. And it's great that empaths and people who can feel energy and work with energy sort of get together. You know, we're sort of the light in the darkness to help people find their way back out again. So it's nice to meet up with other people. Yeah. So anything else from anybody? If you know you'd like to book with me, that would be great. Yeah, I would like to hear from you all. Okay, well, take care, lots of blessings, and thank you so much for joining me. I've really enjoyed this session. This is only second live on YouTube, so you know, the more I do it, the more I'll get used to it, the less nervous I'll be. You know, empaths are mostly introverts. I am quite introverted, so it's all about the energy. It's just a passion. So yeah, so peace and blessings to you. So thank you so much, Phyllis. It's so lovely that you could come on. Please catch the recording. Okay, so take care, everybody, and Nahkila, thank you, Gillian. You did great. Thank you so much. And you know, without Nahkila, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this. She's just given me so much opportunities. She's such a beautiful person, and it's so great to work with her. Okay. Just feel warm. That's great. And Lisa said, "Thank you, Gillian." No, thank you. You know, it's all about you guys. You know, so yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, and it's just all about unconditional love for each and every one of us. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you take care. Bye.